Hey guys, how's it going? As you all should know by now, NRL fans, the NRL kicks off tomorrow night. Last year I started playing late, and this year I'm going to be playing Supercoach. This is the reveal of my Supercoach team. Alright guys, let's get into it. So starting at the hooker, I have Nrl McCulloch from the Brisbane Broncos. Most of these players I think are going to have a standout year. Some of them are not great, but you know, you got to get your salary cap sorted, and my team value works out to be $9,427, and so Nrl McCulloch is at $505,000 from the Broncos. On the bench, I've gone for the Panthers. I've said a lot that I think they're going to have a big year, and I've put Sione Katoa as my hooker to switch between McCulloch certain weeks, so he's on the bench at the moment. Moving on, I have Martin Tapau. This guy should be in your Supercoach team. He is set for another big year, I think. He is amazing at offloads. He had the most offloads last year. A freak player. I've put him as my captain for now, and he has $605,000 value. Alright, my second front rower is Tim Manor from the Eel. Even though I think Tim Manor has had his day in the NRL and he's a good player, he really knows how to make meters for Parramatta. He's one of the best forwards in the Parramatta side that we've seen. However, he's got a red exclamation mark, which means that he is selected for the interchange, so I may have to swap him with my others. On the bench, I have a standout player from the Melbourne Storm last year, and that's being none other than Nelson Asafa Solomona. I think this guy's really good, and he makes some good meters. He's only at $453,000 at the moment, and he is expected to play this week, tomorrow night, against the Broncos. Now, I'm a bit doubtful of this one, but I have the other bencher for my front row is James Graham from the Dragons. I think James Graham can really step up. He's only at $400,000 and he is playing. If he puts it himself up, he's played alongside Whip and things. I think he's got a lot of potential. Let me just scroll on this one. My second row forwards. This guy last year had a pretty good season. I think he's in for another one. I've gone with Tariq Sims from the St. George Illawarra Dragon. He's at $527,000 at the moment, and I've put him in the second row forward. I've also got Gavin Cooper from the North Queensland Cowboy. This guy's a big bloke. I was going to put Taumalolo there, but I've gone with Gavin Cooper. $515,000 at the moment. And last but not least, in my second row forwards, I have Victor Radley. I think this guy's going to be a big, good NRL player. He's only at $400,000, and I think he's got big potential. Onto the bench, I have another Panther. I have James Fisher-Harris, who is at $458,000. I have Havili. I can't pronounce his last name. I think it's something like that. $366,000 from the Raiders. I believe he's on the interchange. He is. And I've also got Lachlan Martin from the Panthers on the interchange, who is selected on the interchange at $168,000. For my halfback, I've gone Luke Brooks from the West Tigers. He was so close to getting the Dally M this year, and I think he's going to prove just how good he is this year, proving points like Kalen Ponga has set out to prove. And on the bench for my halfbacks, I've gone with Parramatta's Dylan Brown. This guy's going to be a good player, I think. He's at $168,000, and I think he's got a lot of potential. At 5'8", I have Corey Norman, who is now at St. George Illawarra Dragon. He's at $448,000, and you know what? I think he's playing the fullback for the Dragons role, but I think at 5'8", he can do a good job. I've gone with Kyle Flanagan on the bench for that one, who I've just see here is selected for the interchange. My vice captain, one of my wing centres, I've gone with Jermaine Asako. He was the top point scorer, goal kicker. I think he's in for a massive year again. So he's at $521,000. I've gone with my prediction for top try scorer as Corey Oates, and he's also on the wing, $504,000. The favourite for try scorer, I've got Josh Addo-Carr from Melbourne Storm at $478,000. And David Fusatua from New Zealand, the top try scorer for last year at $444,000. All right, on the bench, I've got Christian Crichton at the Bulldogs. I think the Bulldogs are in for a pretty good year in my prediction video. Not many people agree with me with this, so I've gone with Crichton. Now, I think this is a player to watch out for. I've seen what he can do with the ball. Maiko Sivo, I believe that's how you say. He's from Parramatta. He's a junior, upcoming, and he will be playing this weekend. So that makes me excited. He's at $168,000, so get on board. He's going to be a good player. And I also have, I believe it's Trent Saylor from the Dragons, because I had to have some cheap players. We're nearly finished. Okay, at the fullback, I've got Jordan Kahu. I don't know what made me put in there. We'll have to see how he goes. He normally is a centre, but I did put Jordan Kahu there. I had Ben Hampton, but he's not playing. Maybe I'll switch him back once he gets back from injury. But he's at $278,000. And last but not least on the interchange, I've got Corey Allen, who is selected on the interchange anyway, or Cody Allen, I believe it's Corey Allen, from the South Sydney Rabbitohs at $168,000. So that is my team. Let's have a look. Here guys, so 37 trades left, my remaining salary being $172,000 and my team value being $9 million. My projected score for the round is 846 with McCulloch, Katoa, Nelson Asafa-Solomona, Tapau, Tim Manor, James Graham, Tarek Sims, Victor Radley, Gavin Cooper, Fisher Harris, Havili, Martin, Brown, Brooks, Norman, Flano, Asako, Crichton, Oates, Fusatua, Josh Addo-Carr, Maiko Sivo, Saylor, Jordan Kahu and Cody Allen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys for my Penrith and Eels vlog if you're watching an NRL video. Thank you.